hearing. All this, don't give them warm tea, don't give them warm meals, don't give them blankets, keep it cool. The creature, the fungus takes hold inside the body where it is warm, but if we can cool down the body so much that it hurts the fungus without hurting the individual, that's what I need you to do. Find out what temperature the slowdown is the most effective. So, is that her?
Ellen seems to take your notes, take some scribbles and stuff. She kind of nods and thanks you, and she seems to go off and basically just rally the entire research team together.
Let's have a look. And do you have anything else? Anything that would be helpful in my research? I have barely slept these last 2 days.
We haven't made much additional progress since the last notes you've taken. If there is any, they'll be over there. She points to kind of basically like a filing cabinet.
I'll go over there and plunder.
You plunder the filing cabinet.
Whatever information you might need.
While eating all of the
just like
ecstasy
data
to keep going.
sets and stuff like that.
Well, plundering the filing cabinet, Raphael and Riff show up.
Whoop. So as I was telling, she's not a girlfriend. No.
Mother Eleanor currently seems to have like an entire team of people, with all the surgical masks on, and seem to be talking to all of them.
Well, there is certainly a hustle and bustle going on here. We probably shouldn't disturb this. Raphael is not much for research.
You hear what sounds like the breaking of a filing cabinet from upstairs.
Oh dear. Well, since there's apparently a battle going on up at the office, Raphael will wait outside.
Riff will grab his arm before he gets too far and drag him in, and says,
But I was training, guys.
As she's dragging him, say, no, we found a way to slow down the disease. You're probably not cured yet, so the best way is to cool you down really cold, and then it'll slow it down, and then we might be able to save you. It's going to be really difficult though, but we can save you, and it's magical, and it's also alchemical. It's kind of crazy.
Raphael blinks. Well, I have been called many things, but never cold. Usually people find me hot. He smiles.
Riff chuckles, but says, no, we need to put you on ice, really cold. We need to cool you down.
I am not sure I want to lie on ice. That sounds painful.
But not quite ice, but the idea, Raphael. We need to cool you down.
You want to put me on the idea of ice? Raphael does not understand.
Riff will backhand him for being so so thick-headed and just go, no. We need to just cool you, not enough to hurt you, but enough to hurt the
Raphael,
the fungus.
Touches where he hit him and says, throwing a punch. I love it. You were saying?
We need to cool you down, not enough to hurt you, but enough to hurt it that's inside of you, that's going to kill you.
Yes, stares at her. You're making no sense at all.
Rip drags him off towards Mother Anna and pushes him to her and says, "This idiot is not understanding it. Make him cooperate."
Mother Eleanor puts you through a massive lecture.
Raphael sits miserable and listens to the massive lecture. Nods and says, "Yes, of course. I would never dream. No, Mother Eleanor. Of course not."
She directs you to go upstairs to what sounds like the battle.
Oh.
Riff follows.
Well, we go up to the battle.
You find Laurel Barrett battling a filing cabinet.
Yeah, eating all the ecstasy he has on hand, just speeding through.
Manikai?
Manikai, you're muted.
God damn it, man.
Papers on the tables and sort of on the floor and all these folders and files just spread everywhere, really. In like a very messy personal organization system.
You find enough like case records and stuff here to grant you a +1 bonus on one day's check.
Raphael,
Not a lot, but they haven't had a lot of time since the last time you collected.
Yes.
Raphael looks very surprised at all this. Well, it seems to be quite a thing you're doing here. Ritalin has told me that I need to be on ice and the idea of ice. And that something is going to kill me if I don't. And I am a little bit confused.
Oh, well, sort of. Look at Raphael. He looks very tired. She stands up and sort of gathers a lot of papers and sort of points to Linda. Could you pick these up? Those are ones in these piles, and so sort of try to instruct her as best he can as he walks to the blackboard. Begins to draw out a lot of equations. He
Riffle.
looks to Raphael.
Riffle do his
How
yours.
did Raphael do in math class?
Raphael looks at the scribbles, he just shakes his head.
You see,
Every
we
now
take this and this and that to this, and then we get that the temperature is the defining factor of the growth speed. This means that the colder you are, the slower you're going to die from the disease and turn into a zombie.
and every so often Riff will just shout over the scribbling, or just be like, and there's magic involved somewhere.
And he'll wipe like half an equation, just write M instead.
and yeah, he is like
He always frowns when he has to do this.
Mhm. He is the epitome of mad scientist right now.
Riff is very happy that she's helping. Very tired. so
I'm helping!
Just on smug, yes.
Raphael looks at the thing and says, so I need to be called.
Yes, that is the essential part. For now, that is all we can do. We'll have to do more research to see if we can find a way to permanently stop it. Might have something to do with cold as well.
But I don't like being cold. It is uncomfortable.
Yes, of course it is. And it is that, or I suppose, a faster death.
Well, put it like that. I suppose the coldness is the lesser of the two evils. Do I need to stay cold all the time? Because then I wouldn't think I
Well,
would be able to move much.
See it as, it seems, as someone pulling a rope, an infinitely long rope. If you are cold, few people will be pulling the rope, and if you are warm, a lot of them will do. You want them to pull as little rope as possible over the time you have. So, you would want to stay cold as much of the time as possible.
Raphael looks truly miserable at this concept. I see. Well, it will certainly be hard to practice my sword play at this rate. He looks around. Where do I go to stay cold? I don't really...
Sort of, I suppose. Well,
You can hear Mother Eleanor's team downstairs moving around.
I could brew some ice, but that would burn into your skin, of course, which is not something we really desire. It would also take a long time, and I don't think that's worth it when I have this research that needs to be done. If only there was something more. Bollard did tell me that the origin of this was underground. If we could only find the origin, I'm sure that would help quite a bit in figuring out the cure. I hope you'll check up with us today. Have you seen anything to Zoe?
Shakes his head. No, I have not. Oh, it seems dreadful then that I need to either choose between doing what is right and help the city defeat the plague and perhaps die in the process, or sit by and do nothing in fear of dying. Truly, it is regrettable. He looks around and sighs.
If you are lucky, you will have about a week
Maybe a bit more.
before the symptoms hit, and then perhaps 3-4 days, depending on, your mental capabilities.
I see. Very well. If I am to go to my death, I will go to my death in the manner I shall choose, I think. That is, dancing at the knife's edge. He smiles rakishly.
Well, nods. As you wish, then.
Now, unless you need me here, which I don't think you do, he looks at all the papers and calculations, I will be heading downstairs. Perhaps there is a crypt or something in this cathedral where I can languish that is cool enough for the time when I am not needed. He looks very unhappy with this.
Nods. I suppose.
He moves slowly out down to Mother Ellen and her team to see if she has like an ice chamber or like a
It
a
does
freezer.
seem right now that what's
Large.
going on is they're basically clearing out some of the basement room, which is dimly lit and rather cold.
Like pouring cold water over people and
The ice bucket
Basically,
challenge going on constantly.
yeah,
Constant ice
basically
bucket.
they're setting up a freezer down there.
Raphael will lean against one of the walls and mutter to himself.
And one of the biggest things right now is, of course, you can't spend all the time there. You'll freeze to death.
oh, not looking at Rafael and say, I am doing my best, friend.
Yes, I know.
It is not
It
easy
is-
to figure it out.
I understand completely. I have my utter confidence in you and your abilities, dear friend Laurel. It is just, for a man of action such as myself, being confined to not moving a lot is, well, I am a prisoner in my own body, so to speak. It is just a little bit aggravating.
You will note when you at least get down to the basement room. At least it does seem to be a rather large room, actually. There is room to move about down there.
Yeah, he will start practicing some sword play there very slowly, not building up a sweat or anything. He's just moving, slowly through the motions.
Practicing technique more than actual style.
Yeah, exactly.
More yipping sound is heard from the Bollard household.
Riff will go over there, both to figure out, find out what Bollard's discovered, and also wants to have a look at that device that we got off the guards.
Or well, actually, for now, he'll tell Rithalind, if she tells him she's going to go check up on Bollard, he'll say that he just needs to go home and close his eyes for just an hour.
Okay. Well, Bollard will eventually come up to the door if Frith persists in knocking more than a couple minutes.
Knock, 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 knock.
Oh, she will.
Yep.
She will. She's very annoyed. She's
Um,
tired and grumpy.
Yes. Yeah. He will be kind of annoyed at first and then see that it's Rithrlin and then kind of calm down a little bit and say, "Oh, come in."
Riff steps
Uh,
up.
Does he have bacon in his mouth?
No.
Bacon? Oh, not the
But he
bacon!
will take care to keep the basement door closed and, not let anyone down there.
Riff will explain what she has discovered with Laurel to Bollard, and explains that Raphael's in a bit of a dire situation. And
Yeah.
asks if he has found anything out.
Well, I've already been telling you some things.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's all I've got.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I've discovered for now.
Yeah.
Well, Raphael's in the basement, by the way.
Not my basement, I hope.
Alright. The basement of the emergency center.
Discuss
A
it.
crossbow bolt gets shot through the thin windows.
Let me
Oh,
guess.
It
really?
seems like landed a wooden support next to Raphael.
See?
Riot?
Holy
I am
shit!
here.
Oh shit!
We're
Run
all
for your
gonna
fucking
die.
lives. Alright, Raphael frowns. They shot through a window. How rude.
There seems to be a piece of paper attached.
He looks at the piece of paper, then takes it and reads the piece of paper, frowning all the while.
Care for a drink, dear? Crimson.
Well, such an invitation. Well, can't say no. Then if I do, the glass window would have died for nothing. Raphael will leave this dreary place. For now. He picks up his sword and sweeps out.
It also on the page paper seems like a picture of a badger has been drawn.
Yes. Thank you.
Is there a mushroom and a snake too?
No.
Oh.
Ah.
Raphael heads to the Lucky Badger.
Very well, you go to the Lucky Badger. You might want to copy your token.
Okay.
Oh god, she's gonna kill you.
Copy. I'm not in. I can't fight her. Stat-wise, I have no chance.
As you walk in, you hear from the balcony upstairs. Woohoo! Come up here, honey.
Raphael looks up there, contemplates if he should swing on the chandelier up, but remembers that he shouldn't move too much, and grumbles a little bit and walks upstairs.
You think she would have been very impressed if you swung on the chandelier?
I know, right? He knows that, and it irks him to no end that he can't do it.
You haven't done it yet. And Halldamir, roll me an Arcana.
Okay.
Raphael, sweeps up, leans rakishly against the railing up here, and looks at her. Well, I got your little message. It was quite rude to destroy a window just to talk to me. You didn't have to do that.
Well, the window wasn't destroyed. There wasn't glass there. It was just, bars. They're not too bad to fire a crossbow through.
He grunts. So you wanted to meet?
You did offer to have a drink with me.
It is true, and since I am dying, I might as well, right?
Dying, you say?
Yes, apparently one of the little critters threw something in me that is slowly poisoning me and destroying me.
Well, that won't do, will it? She rubs her hand down the side of your cheek.
Raphael sort of, moves out of it a little bit and says to her, perhaps not, I have friends looking into it. Now, and he looks at her, you seem to be, well, stream is completely dying again for some reason. Hang on.
Always when the person is floating on you.
Yeah, it's just completely craps out.
Does Hitbox have like an auto censorship thing on it?
Yeah, it's getting too hot and heavy.
So, Bollard's never really tried to research the device before. What does he get with his 24 knowledge arcana?
What the fuck is that about? How do you... What?
Well, Bollard, who
that
knows
was
a thing or
rolling
two
a
about
20 on the
magic.
die.
Jesus Christ.
Bollard knows a thing or two about magic.
Get out. Just
you
get
know,
out.
inexplicably, actually, he doesn't do any magic, and he doesn't know why he knows these things, but he can just figure things out sometimes.
I mean, you kind of look over it. You're not an expert on this field, but you know some things. You make some progress with it. You do work out some details. The item itself has a decently high caster level. It has caster level 8.
Shit.
Oof.
Bollard has a freaking epiphany over there.
What exactly? Other than that, you're not 100% sure. You'll need more days of research.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how the research system works. Could you please send, the details of that to me?
I can send that later.
Bollard doing research.
Yeah, I mean, now I have
Blood
two
Rager
projects to look up.
researcher.
Now he's pretty
fuck
interested
was
in this
that
device, It's pretty powerful. He's never really thought about it.
What is your Arcana check bonus?
I just have +4.
I only have a +4. What the fuck? You rolled a perfect
Oh, was that a
20.
natural 20?
Because
Yeah.
none of you are very
But
smart.
in that case, you also have additional details unlocked because it's a natural 20.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was a natural 20, you also, you're looking over there. There's a few things. It seems to be of course, be of divination school.
Hmm. Hang on, let me write this down. Okay. Alright, go ahead.
Yes, it seems to be of divination school. It's rather interesting. It kind of takes many techniques from what you would know as the arcane mark spell.
Ooh.
Almost kind of imagine like a meta magic version of arcane mark almost has been used on it.
As if what?
Like a meta magic version of arcane mark.
Okay.
Cantrip. The item itself, you look over it, it's probably not that expensive, actually. I mean, try to recreate one, if you could, basically do reverse engineering on it, you could, it probably wouldn't cost much, it wouldn't cost 1,000 gold to recreate, that's for sure.
What would...
Excellent.
Of course, you need more information to actually want to try and do that.
Yeah. How long would it take to research
It takes
It
researching
takes a while.
takes time. I'll send
Yeah.
you guys the rules for that. Yeah, as chat says, the Hulk scientist.
Yeah.
Is the
I
stream
don't think
back?
Nairu would be able to help much here.
Jonas, is the stream back?
Nah, somehow I don't imagine that.
No, we can't now because he can't speak.
The stream is gone.
So in that case, back to the Adventures of Raphael.
Yeah, he moves out of her attempt to caress his cheek. He's not really in the mood with this lady at the moment. And
So, would you like to get a drink, and I can talk to you about whatever questions you might have. You may even bring your friends if you want.
he shrugs. They are mostly engaged in some important research, I think. Best not to disturb them. He motions to Farley to bring some wine up for them, and they can sit on the bench here in the corner.
That can certainly be done. Looks like she looks like she eyed the chandelier once.
It is a magnificent chandelier. I have contemplated it myself, he smiles. Although Farley assures me that if I try, he will kill me, so...
You know, you're gonna die anyway, right?
We all are, aren't we? He takes a sip of the wine or whatever it was that was ordered up, and then he says, "So you and your political organization seem to have taken quite the interest in our little group."
Well, the rest of my organization knows nothing of you.
Oh, well, isn't that nice?
There was no reason to tell them all the details straight out. As far as they were concerned, you're just, you were civilians that happened to be on the scene.
So I will confess that I do not know much of the comings and goings of the politics of this city. I am new here after all, and as such, many of my questions might be a little naive. I hope you excuse it, but he looks at her up and down. You claimed yourself to be loyalists. Even one of my party screamed out something like "for the Empress" or some such. He waves a hand.
In a different way. The Empress might be loyal to the Empress now, though the ones loyal to the Empress are the pig dogs that have bribed and found their way into her favor just to stay in power.
So there are different generations of empresses, and they have different followings.
She nods. The Empress is part of the imperial family. Their family rules over the entire empire, depending on whoever is the oldest child of the current reign.
Yes.
Unfortunately, what happened was the previous emperor and empress were assassinated, and their only heir was missing.
I see. So this is a new line, or it's some sort of far off?
It is the emperor's brother, to be precise.
I see. And then I take it that your organization did not approve of this switch of power and is now somehow trying to undermine it.
She looks downstairs, see if anyone's paying attention, but no one seems to be. We are definitely in the way of wanting to undermine it. We have reason to believe that the only reason the Empress is in power is because she made sure that the old Emperor and Empress weren't around.
He nods. That seems to be the way of the powerful and the noble. No.
It is quite a problem because we're not the only ones to work it out, but we're the ones to have worked it out and survived her onslaught. You may have seen when you came into town there is a large memorial written on the side of the cliffs. Very large.
Yes, I might have spotted something like it.
It is called Traitor's Bay. After the Emperor took power, about a month later, all the ones loyal to the old Emperor, heavily loyal enough not to change, were tossed off the bay and killed, and tagged as traitors. The ones who originally killed the Emperor and Empress.
Brutally, certainly. But it is again not unheard of, I think, that when a new empress or emperor takes hold after a coup or some such, they usually, betray and stab their way through the different layers of society until, they have people around them they can trust again, or believe they can trust. He motions towards her again. Don't misunderstand me. I hold the Empress no love, really. But he sort of shrugs. Currently, our problems are the plague.
I understand that completely. We can't pull you away from the plague.
And
Plus, and anyway, it's dangerous for you to be outside the district as it is.
it is. And you do understand if I am incredibly skeptical to everything you tell me.
That is understandable. I myself can't give you the proof forwards to such stories.
I imagine if it is true that the Empress is all this evil that you profess that she is, it will be no doubt very clear to us. He smiles.
The clues exist, though she herself only works as the mastermind behind it all, giving the orders. She herself, I don't think she's left the palace since her ceremony.
Yeah. Snorts, takes a drink of wine. Yes, again, the powerful and the rich tend to shut themselves in as soon as they become powerful and rich, afraid that their power and richness will, inspire greed and misfortune brought about by others. It is, money makes for cold friends, no?
For many, that seems to be true, especially in the current age of the city. She frowns as she takes a sip of wine.
I am not exactly sure, but one of the members of the party, Zoe, you seem to take some interest in her. Apparently she is some sort of, belongs to some sort of important family in the city. I hope you do not plan to do anything to her. If you did, I would have to say, I would try to kill you. He smiles rakishly.
I would not blame you myself, but I see no reason to. Zoe has taken no direct interest in aiding the Empress in politics, so she's not even on a consideration list.
Nods. Then might I ask you something? Since you clearly have ways of getting in and out of the north side, perhaps you could do something for us. Show a show of goodwill, if you wish. He smiles.
It's not the easiest to do, but I can certainly get in and out.
Good. Then perhaps we can consider doing something for you in the future, yes? You help us, we might help you.
I'm listening.
Specifically...
She smiles at you as she takes a drink.
Specifically, my friends and I have been working on the plague problem, and although we are getting close to breakthroughs, or after breakthroughs, some supplies might be very hard to come by. Perhaps then, if you have access to smugglers or some such, these underground networks could be used to bring in some interesting wares that would help in the research, yes?
She seemed to consider as she takes a sip. I like your way of thinking. Most certainly, there are ways we could possibly get something through.
He nods. I have been told that the supplies are very hard to come by here in north side at the moment, what with the quarantine and all. And as such, powerful magical ingredients and other alchemical reagents are very hard to find and purchase. Supplies are limited after all, but if we have some link to the outside, then perhaps research will go easier. If perhaps I could furnish a list from my friends doing the research and provide it to you, you could then provide the wares to us.
We most certainly there is a small group of loyalists that still reside within the district. I believe they're trying to, in themselves, kickstart the effort against the Lord Mayor, who seems to be just locking himself up in fear. It's most certainly I can send forward a message that you'll be arriving, and then whatever you ask her to get, I'll see what I can do for you.
Then I shall talk to the rest of my compatriots and see if we need anything from your supposed network, yes?
If that is our deal, I'm sure you'll find us useful.
Very good.
The same as you seem to be quite useful during my job. Fair exchange, don't you think?
I think so, yes.
She points out on the map where basically the Lawless headquarters here is,
Okay.
which I will mark on the map in a second. I just need to resize this because this was on the GM map, which is not set up right. It is. I'll make it a bit bigger. There you go. If you look on the main map,
Mm-hmm.
2 seconds.
it is here.
Wait.
All right.
Wait. I'm still loading. What the fuck?
On, map. I need to go ahead and number that. What number would that be? That was going to be number
There we go.
52.
Where is it?
It's over here on the west side of it.
There. Okay, great. Thank you.
Just tell them that the Crimson Wind brought you.
Very well. Then, if you excuse me, Crimson, I will go out and meet the rest of my, my party.
Of course. Now, if you don't mind, I would like to spend as little time here as possible. The plague, after all, this is not a nice place to be, no offense.
None taken at all. I understand. And
She seems to take one more sip of wine, handing you the glass.
Raphael takes it, nods to her, and then he sweeps down. Off to gather the rest of the party. Probably going to, I don't know, where would they be? Like a Laurel's shop, perhaps?
You don't know.
He will go to the Laurel's shop. That seems to be a place to be.
Riff would have, after not really seeing much, and then being told by Bollard, she would have been quite annoyed and then gone back to Laurel's where she seems to actually help.
This intersection
He
of players.
appreciated your help.
Zoe would be at the hospital.
Okay. Is Zoe just going to be working there all day?
That is her intent unless the group comes to get her.
Well, Laura will certainly want to continue research, but now it'll be slow for some time because we're running out of good things to get. So, he'll very much probe Rithlin for more information about what Bollard had to say.
Riff will explain what she was told by Bollard. Almost word for word.
I didn't really. Basically, what she'll say then is, no new info from the kobold, but we figured out a bit about the device.
Yeah.
No. Laura doesn't really care much for the advice. He wants to know where that kobold... Can the kobold lead us to where it was from?
I haven't gotten that far yet with it.
Well, another day.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll take a day of... I guess the day will be mostly of... I guess Raphael will find Laurel then beginning to start up the research again.
Yeah, Raphael will enter his shop for the first time, probably.
It's a little bell that rings.
Has probably a lot
Probably,
of scorch marks of everything around here.
Well, this is the storefront. The lab is out in the back.
I suppose.
So probably a younger Laurel almost. We'll meet him sort of with a little bit of a dim look in his eyes.
Raphael smiles and says, Greetings, sir. I am looking for Laurel Arkenbrack, the proprietor of this shop.
Laura is busy at the moment. You sure you need him?
Yes, quite.
He sighs and quickly steps around the corner and calls Laurel to come to the front of the shop. You have a visitor.
Laurel asks Rithlin to watch the many bubbling and sizzling beakers and whatnot, and and to mix that in and this in when it is necessary.
Riff does, but she tends to try
Just
and
don't
use
let it boil.
She tends to try and use as much magic
Maybe
as she
you-
can to lift stuff. She doesn't really want to touch anything in case it explodes.
Yeah, it might very well do that. And then he'll walk out, sort of, it's like, excuse me, but we're close today. And he'll just see who it is and say, oh, Raphael.
Raphael smiles. Laurel, my friend. I have had an interesting talk with the woman that was sitting in the tree in the courtyard incident, yes?
Yes, did she know anything of the kobolds?
No, she did not. However, I have struck something of a bargain with her. She has agreed to do some supply running for us if it should be needed. I explained that, well, alchemical and other supplies are running low, and that research as a result is somewhat slow lately. She has agreed that if we furnish her with a list of things we need, she might smuggle it in for us here in the district. I hope that might be of help.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, I suppose this would be of help, actually. Right,
Good,
Dark?
good.
Dark?
Mhm.
There might be some things we could get to speed up our research a bit. If nothing else, then there's certainly some alchemist ice for...
You can most certainly buy stuff. You might be able to find stuff to do your research.
Uh-huh.
Might be able to get some like a minor shopping list to help speed it up.
So we don't really know anything more about the kobolds then. Is the interrogation going so slowly?
Well, that's right. This Bollard seems to have quite the well techniques. He seems, as far as I know of him, to not really be the violent sort, although he might put some stress on the kobold to tell what it knows. He may look like a brute more than he is, I think.
I see. Well, I suppose I could try to help him. I can be quite persuasive.
That's as long as you're not too honorable for the task.
You sounded kind of like Varys the spider there. As long as you're not too honorable.
Oh, well, he says it more in a tired voice.
Yeah.
No. Do not worry about me and my honor, friend Laurel. It is, well... He sort of muses for a second, then shakes his head. Anyway, I guess I could offer my services to Bollard and see if he needs actually any help. But if you do need supplies in any way, make a list and have it delivered to the Badger. I will see it sent off to the Loyalist headquarters, as it were.
Yes, good. You should bring this offer to Zoe at the emergency center as well. I think they might have need for different things to cool down some of the harshly ridden patients. It could save lives.
Before I go, however, I did notice that when we fought the guards, you called something out for the Empress, I think it was.
Yes.
Am I then to take it that you are a sympathizer of these loyalists?
I do not know what they were talking about. I simply thought it would be... the guard says that we were that, and I thought it would be smart to simply give them something to tell their superiors if they got away. That we were loyalists seemed to be something that would be a bit beneficial story.
Raphael nods. That seems reasonable enough.
He says, frankly, I do not really have much respect for those people. If you have it well enough to worry about who is ruling this entire city, then you clearly have not been helping all the others around you.
Raphael snorts. Was that a backhanded sarcasm at my expense, my friend?
Yes, no, most certainly not. Do you worry of these things? I don't take you for one to do politics.
No, I am not. I will say I have some interest in the comings and goings of the city. I am looking for a certain group of people, after all. That is the reason I came here in the first place.
Perhaps then, once this quarantine is over, we can speak more of this.
Yes, I would hope so. I do know that they are in the city somewhere, and I have a sneaking suspicion they might actually have been employed by some of the elements in the city. I've yet to find more out. The quarantine hit, and investigations sort of screeched to a halt as a result.
More sort of cracks his neck, and then sort of his fingers, although it's mostly the sort of hardened boiled leather that snaps as he does it. Loud cracks. And besides that, it seems like the kobold has divulged that they're working for some of the nobles, apparently some sort of cabal in the city, to infect Northside with this disease.
That seems completely insane. Why would you spread plague in your own city?
Yes, that does seem insane. However, it is something that should not go unpunished. Sadly, we have learned often enough that the city cares little for us. We must stand up for ourselves. And I hope, perhaps, that when the time comes, we'll have one such as you standing next to us.
Raphael considers and said, "It is, in my experience, quite common that the powerful look down and trample upon the weak. I am not a fan of this display, so to speak. One might also suggest that this is also one of the reasons I am here today, because such wrongs has been done in the past. No, Laurel, that if it is true that the mighty and powerful of this city actually, are infecting the normal people, I will not stand for it. If I can do something to help, I will most certainly do so."
Nod gives a half smile. Good. Now to make sure that you survive this whole ordeal.
Yes, that would be preferable. I then shall leave you to your research. He looks down and says, "Do you need anything from me? I know that you have picked up a lot of things from all the manner of critters that we have killed. If you do need blood, anything?" He sort of looks down on himself. "As long as you don't want to cut anything off, so to speak."
All sort of shrugs. Sadly, I don't think it is developed enough in you. Once it is, you will turn, and it'll live in your brain as a fungus.
Ugh,
However, currently it should just be spores.
lovely.
Once the symptoms begin, perhaps I can draw some samples, but before then...
Understand then. Very well. I shall present the same offer to Zoe and then go and see if Bollard needs any help.
As he begins to, with the paper parchment in one hand, writing as he fixes tubes and whatnot with the other one, doing tests and watch on the gloves he has.
Yeah, using Cat walks over the courtyard. Raphael will swagger his way over to the cathedral and basically have a check-up with Zoe and then present the same offer to her, like if the hospital needs anything, supplies, etc., maybe to cool the cooling room, making a list and sending it to this address, or we'll hopefully see the things delivered. But might be a little bit expensive, smuggling fees and all, but it's a supply line.
Sure, I'll let Ella know what you think. She is the boss here.
Well, that's going to be a problem. So
happened?
Malachi now takes a -2 on his roll due to Rifflin's bad advice.
Oh, she said magic when it wasn't magic.
Yeah,
You made
exactly.
mistakes in your equation.
Rifflin, you have screwed everything up. Raphael is gonna die now.
You're horrible. The worst.
Well, hopefully he's not gonna die.
Yeah, you still have the +1 from the extra notes, and if you have any vials left, of course you can
You're
spend
gonna
them.
expend both of those.
I have a brain fungus that's gonna control me.
That's -2.
It's like some kind of Nurax worm, and he's gonna take control of his brain.
Shit.
That's still pretty good.
Wow. Okay, that
God
includes
bless the
-2.
vials of glob.
That includes -2.
Yep.
Okay. What's that put your total on?
Yes.
Double it.
That is the most amazing alchemy roll for a level 1 character ever
I mean, he has
rolled.
bonuses as well, though. So.
Oh yeah, I have like a +6 from the 2 vials. And...
Even so, even with the +6, that's
That's
something.
fucking huge.
It's kind of his livelihood, I guess. So.
I guess. I mean, he's certainly an expert.
Alright, that puts... We don't reach another cap yet.
How much you want?
176.
So close, but not close enough.
Man, maybe if there was a +2 on there, it wouldn't.
Then we'd be at
We'd be 4
180.
closer.
No matter of fact.
Maybe
We're
Raphael
screwed
would
the
have to die
pooch.
now.
The plague doesn't kill in one day.
If the symptoms could technically begin to kick in today, so...
Mm-hmm.
We
And
don't
if we
know
were
how
on
long it will
180
take.
instead, then you know.
But he is not... I mean, he's beyond the point of basically it being in just waiting.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I'd imagine
Ballard gets nothing from the kobold today.
Yeah, so
Well,
Damn.
does
What
he
does-
want any help from Raphael? Because Raphael can certainly help.
Raphael can from future days. This day has just been, he failed on the interrogation. He was too soft.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I wasn't intimidating
tired.
enough.
You know, Zoe can cast a spell on you to help you.
Ballard is gonna make sure that Raphael is not squeamish before he allows him to do anything.
Raphael is not squeamish.
Zoe
Oh,
can.
About.
He's not particularly opposed to unsavory methods of information gathering.
He doesn't enjoy them, but the ends justify the means in this regard. He would think
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah,
Jake,
that's
so
the same way that he's thinking. Basically, he learned some things from the corrupt guards, and while he doesn't like them, he can't deny their effectiveness. So,
Zoe can
Um,
give you some plus to intimidate if you want.
But
Yeah,
you'd have to be that. You'd have to spend your entire day there. Remember.
Yeah, I know. Just so he knows. We didn't get answer from Mother Eleanor. If you want what Rahal suggested.
Well, I assume Rahal gave the same offer of give the order to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a time to do an entire order.
Hmm.
You got an entire hospital to do.
Yep.
Mhm.
But specific
She
things that are
definitely
hard to get.
She definitely appreciates the offer, and if it pulls through, she'll be very impressed.
Yeah, can we, before the session ends, can we figure out how many days we will be able to spend doing this before, say, Raphael starts to show symptoms?
There's no way to tell how many days before symptoms show.
But
Yeah.
Jack, at the moment, Zoe's just working at the hospital. If she can give you a +2 bonus to your intimidate, she can definitely help you. Use her whole day there instead.
she definitely probably, she probably won't be a fan of my methods, but I mean, he won't say no to the help.
She's a doctor. She has seen quite gruesome stuff.
But this next day is a Sunday.
Yeah.
You can't work on a Sunday.
And
But
Riff
Ballard's going
selected
to.
for it.
Well, if you
We
want,
have to
Zoe will
pray.
explain to Mother Eleanor that she won't be coming to the hospital
I
tomorrow.
don't think
That's
she's
what
supposed to.
Raphael does to the damn kobold.
What is,
I
wait,
would
what
include
is
the
your
one
plus
also.
to intimidate?
Fuck. That kobold.
Zoe has a spell she can give you +2 to it.
Yeah, since you were working here though at the hospital all day today, you may roll your profession check if you want.
Yay!
You can earn money.
So this is a new day, or
Wait, no.
No,
is
not
this
yet.
the same day that I got nothing?
Yeah, it's nothing, and as a
Okay.
result, Jonas can't get anything. You get 1 gold and 6 silver.
I thought it was a
Yay.
new day. I thought I intimidated. Oh, that was a good roll.
Jonas, what's your bonus to intimidate?
+7.
Oh, yours is better than mine. I'll just assist you then.
And 1 silver?
Yep, 6 silver.
Oh, 6! Yay!
I mean, mine's +6, but
So you're
Excellent,
going
Raphael.
to make Raphael the head interrogator.
He's not as
Well,
forgiving.
um,
actually,
Do you want Zoe to come and help?
Well, that'll be on the next day. when they
Actually-
do interrogation.
The next day, yes. But
She's a good
that's
cop.
what they're gonna do.
Yeah, you can move yourself down there.
Yeah, I mean, we'll...
would you?
And no, I'm going to end the session with this.
Oh, boo.
God.
Not one more day.
That's just one more day.
Do all of you want to do another day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one more day.
Let's see if
Okay.
if we
As
can
long as Zoe's here, you both have +2 to intimidate.
Okay, so
So,
Fuck.
Raphael has +1 on the intimidate from Ballard, but Ballard is the guy who knows how to do this stuff.
you still have to roll. You have to actually roll your intimidate still. Though. Can't take.
Yeah.
Remember
Alright,
pl-
I'll stay. I'll take the.
Remember +2 to your intimidate.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yeah, he already did that on Raphael. Okay.
Skill check.
don't
hang
get
on,
any
let me do it
progress
then.
today.
So I
Zero
get
progress has been made.
4. I get +4 then on this. Well, that's included, so 20.
What is your outcome on that, Manic? That was a 10 outcome, wasn't that? Or just a 12?
Mine?
Yeah, that's with everything.
You
Don't have no other bonuses, and
as a result, you have failed by 5 or more. You lose 10 research
Well,
points.
was there
due
a
to this.
bonus for the smuggled goods?
They haven't been brought through yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So we lose what?
10 research points in mistakes.
Oh, damn it!
You have to go back
Wrong
later and correct
direction.
these mistakes in the formula.
Should not have taken another day.
With those intimidates, though, wow, Bollard should have been head interrogator.
I was. We decided that I was.
Yeah, they had to declare that before the first intimidate check was made.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Really?
They did it before I'd made my roll.
Very well. Check that later in the footage.
Hey, my knowledge arcana's a bit messed up. I have a +4, and it's saying that I have a +3.
Did you
I know it
make
doesn't
sure-
make any
No,
difference.
you don't have a
Did you
plus
make
3. You
sure
have a
that
plus 4 bonus. 1 skill and 3 class bonus.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry.
You rolled a 3 on your dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, between
but
the
that
two of you,
intimidation is with the +4 on it, so.
And the +2 from Zoe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
between-
with the plus.
yeah,
with
so
the
between the
plus
two
Zoe
of
and
you,
the
you
plus
managed to
2.
pull 2 answers out of the kobold today.
Yes. So, what we got from it already is I haven't sent anything to Tina or Jonas yet. Basically, what we got is
Can I heal the kobold?
Heal the kobold.
yeah. Basically, what we got is that it's grown underground. And he doesn't really know where, but he does know that they get a delivery of it once a week. From some noblemen. So from there, what really should we ask?
Where does he get it from?
Lead us to
Like,
it.
where's the drop-off point?
Yeah, like we need to go find the next.
Yeah, because we
Yeah,
can
we need to
find
find the distribution hub,
Yeah,
basically.
where's his
like,
box? Like, well,
like
Yeah.
where does he pick it up from, and then where like we could track it back from there.
He also said though that I basically said, well, kobolds are smartish. They would have thought to follow the guys. He said, I don't know where they are, but we maybe did follow them.
well, where did he go?
Where did the nobleman guy go?
Like this guy.
Yeah. Oh, this particular kobold?
Yeah, like he must know where he went, where he's supposed to go, right? Or he
Yeah.
picks it up.
Yeah, well, okay, let's ask him where he picks up the supplies from.
Very well. Do you have any kind of like map on hand of the city?
Yeah, there's probably one in my house.
Like,
Yeah, because then spending some time, you eventually get where he's been picking up the plague from, which can be marked on the map. Which is now location number 53. There.
In,
oh my.
Oh, okay. That sucks.
Gold district. We can't even get in there.
No, we're gonna have to go through the sewers.
well, he
somehow.
could show us how to get there.
Yeah.
Well,
It'd have to be
Zoe
through
can
the
go
sewers.
there.
You can't get out because there's a quarantine, isn't there?
Well, if we can get out of we know how to get out there, and she can go to the gold.
I-
But
Yep.
there is a chance she'll meet up with her father because he works there.
Your father works like all day and night.
Technically, Riff could get in. She has a friend, but I mean, it's going to be a bit tricky to get in.
Anyway, we have another question. We shouldn't ask a question like, can you show us how to get there? Because we can just force him to do that.
Yeah.
So,
You were talking informational questions, not actions. So
yeah.
We already know how often. And know where it.
Do we want to push...
If you can
push-
give anything that would aid in the research progress, then that would be good.
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
just have a bit
yeah,
of
we
a.
could ask him if he has any
Like a stash.
extra plague stuff already kept on supply that we could get.
Yeah, like where is the warehouse?
There's the
Like,
glob.
Yeah,
Where- Where do
is
they
your
where do the
storage?
kobold actually store this? Like they clearly have a vast supply somewhere. I mean,
Well,
the-
if you ask that, you will find out that they have been storing it in they were when you caught them they were going to pick up another stash, but there is some left in the district, which is there is a untouched supply. What would be, let's find it on the map for you. An untouched supply at this building.
Okay.
Okay, hang on, let me.
Which is the reason why? Because that's where the kobolds decided to sleep the night before you ambushed them.
We should probably like storm that building as soon as possible for.
we should
From
probably
what you
get
know, there's no kobolds in there right now. You killed all the kobolds that are in the district at the time.
Yeah, we should probably storm the building anyway and take
Yeah.
the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my,
That's
someone
storming.
smelled a lot of wine in here. I'll just drink all these bottles and distribute them to all my friends.
Glug glug glug.
You know, if Zoe somehow could get a message only to her father, maybe he could help. But it's only if only he gets it,
Yeah, I mean,
and it's only a maybe.
you could use Nairi for that. I mean, he can
Well,
send stuff.
I
Well,
wouldn't
Nairi
take,
wouldn't know where to go.
and I
Yeah,
wouldn't
sure.
take that risk. If her stepmom finds Nairo, she's gonna pull the legs off him.
Nairu is
Yeah.
stealthy as shit.
There you go. I've gone ahead and marked the
You did it. Okay, I was about to put a Hell Knight on there. To mark it.
I mean, I can use Rift's friend to try and get in. But don't know how long that'll take for the
Else
message
we
to
can
get
just
there.
do the same again. Zoe goes there and says you're her bodyguard, since she.
I don't know how well
Well,
that's gonna
they'll
work
be
on.
checking all the.
Yeah, for Gold District, like that district especially.
If you don't have
Actually-
1,000 gold to your name, get out.
If we work on the
Peasant.
scanner more, we could probably use it to forge documents.
I'm thinking if we find enough information about the plague,
Yeah, we need to really
That
cure
by
the
itself-
plague before we.
because
Yeah,
that's kind of urgent.
Yeah, I mean
yeah,
that's.
give you an idea how much plague is in the storehouse. According to him, there should be 5 vials left there.
Oh, good. That'll really
Oh,
help.
Okay, yeah. Jeez.
What is it? +3 per bottle?
Yeah.
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 And that's double if we spent the entire day.
Yeah.
Well, the progress
use
is
two.
not to meet the DC. I haven't failed the DC many times though.
I've only
You
failed
failed
it
it
twice.
once, I think. The one time you failed, it was a catastrophic fail.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, and I've failed it twice.
What was your roll on the die? It's got to be like a 2 or something.
It's a bad roll. Certainly. Let's see here. It's a 1.
Yeah, okay, so you have +11. I mean, it's kind of hard to fail that.
Yeah.
That's with the -2 though.
I mean, is it possible that we can, like, just say that we pick up the vials, or would there be?
No,
we'd
that's
have
tomorrow.
to go there.
Like,
That is tomorrow's job.
Yeah, I
Take-
mean,
Interrogation is a
spend
long
the entire
process.
day doing this.
yeah, no, I mean, I know in game tomorrow, but I mean, would we just be able to say that?
Well, you don't know what will happen on the streets.
True.
We'll go tomorrow.
Yeah.
It is a compelling system, certainly.
It's like research, which I've spent all the full research will take later.
Well, Zoe has has papers to the Gold District. Can't we find a way to copy those?
You can try.
It would be dangerous, though.
Very
It
dangerous.
would be dangerous.
Do we have anyone with linguistics trained? If we don't, we can't really do forgeries.
Well, see, that's what I was
I
thinking. With the
have
scanner, we
a
could
kind
maybe
of
use it to
linguistics.
if we reverse engineered the scanner and then
I don't have it.
kind of.
That would just allow you the actual ability in the first place to create a forgery.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if we could use it to like copy and paste basically like identifications and mess with them.
You'll have to do the research on that thing then.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, we'll have
in,
to do
in that
that.
case, in that case, you'd have several copies of Zoe's ID.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
just
I am
change.
Zoe.
No,
yes,
just
it's true.
change that you're allowed to go in there.
Yeah.
hmm Basically, I want to fiddle with it to make it.
Give
Edit.
ourselves all access.
So you can just
Listen.
edit your own information. So say that
Yeah.
you have access in these quarters.
Emperor class keycard.
Obviously, nothing
see,
that
I am
fancy.
actually
the Emperor in disguise.
Like we can't
Cute.
actually go to like this quarter all the way up here, because well, I can imagine guards will know a forgery even if we are really good at it.
Yeah, I think there are a few guards even by the dock district who check people going in and out, but I don't think they're that careful. I think the ones in the gold district are going to be really careful.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
from
all
what
That's like-
Manako would know. Manako knows. There's not a whole lot here unless you're looking actually quite suspicious. They won't really stop you.
You can walk past there.
This one here, though, the gates are basically locked unless you show some form of ID.
No, I mean even further north where you said that the Empress actually lives.
Yes.
I don't think we
That's
can.
going to be a case of...
The palace. It doesn't matter what your ID is. If they don't recognize you, you're not getting in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so-
why would we even go to the palace district?
No, what I'm saying
you need
is
to
that it's
clean
not going
out
to be
this
perfect.
place, right?
Yeah, I'm saying is we can't make it a brilliant thing like Emperor.
Okay, you
level.
can't make it Emperor status ID.
No,
I
it'd
don't
just be
think
like
so.
a
Your
merchant
ID
or
says you're
something.
the Empress. I don't.
I don't believe you.
But
Your Majesty, I
Raphaelista,
don't think.
see how beautiful I walk in these heeled boots.
Emperor Raphael.
Empress Raphael. The most luscious of hair, beautiful
Yes.
in a dress.
With today's failed research and some successful interrogation, I will send it forward one more day. Unless you guys really want to continue, we'll end.
Ah.
Well, you gave us one more day. I don't want to press you too much.
I have enough material to keep going. The question is, are you guys too tired?
I mean, I'm happy to
tired.
carry on, but I mean, it's everybody else, isn't it?
I could certainly do some sleep. I think.
I think it's an exciting point. We're close to curing this damn thing.
I
It's
hope
shut
so.
down now by skipping one more day. I don't think we should just keep skipping, like, moving days until we get it.
Yeah, that's
That's not exciting. Because who knows what might happen, right? And
The
suddenly we're
city is on a
running through
schedule.
something.
Everything is happening at the same time.
At this point, we can kind of scheme and consider and think and whatnot.
What I am concerned with, or what I'm interested in, is if we get enough XP to level, maybe.
yeah. I'm
The
very-
answer
Yeah.
is yes.
Yes!
Yeah,
I don't have the exact thing in front of me how much you've got the session, but I know it's going to be enough to level up.
Hooray!
Awesome.
Because there was a rather large
Level
story
up.
experience. One, for getting the damn child back. Two, for getting the research progress done.
Oh, that
Fantastic.
poor kid.
If you could give me the exact XP at some point.
It will take me a second to tally it all up. You had a lot of things
Yeah,
in the
no,
walk
no,
now.
that's right. It's
By
just-
the way, I think when you were torturing that kobold, Zoe would have cast a spell on you, and she would left the room and wait for you upstairs, something like
And
that.
then basically
Hold
cool.
its legs and whatnot.
Yeah,
Step on its tail.
You could hear the screams.
it
You
would.
can tell though that besides the whole torture part, Ballard's trying to make up for it by treating him well. Otherwise,
Did you really? Did you really torture it? Or I think it was more
I-
like kind of the
Yeah.
like. Yes,
I mean-
you're not letting him sleep and stuff like that. Like I don't think it's like hot
No, he's like-
pincers, right?
not quite. But I
breaking
mean,
Maybe.
kneecaps,
most people would probably call it torture. Yeah.
breaking
Is it
kneecaps.
healthers or like what
Not
they
quite,
call
no.
stressful interrogation
healthers.
methods?
But yeah, like waterboarding and stuff.
Oh my!
It's
All
gonna
right.
suck
Well,
for the
so-
kobold.
So
So
that's
it's
not
not
what
gonna be-
Laurel
Like,
thinks you're
like
doing.
feeds him well and gives him a comfy blanket and everything to sleep on. He tries to make up for it. He doesn't
I'm
want
sorry,
to do
little
it.
kobold. I'm sorry, man.
That's not.
Well,
That's
Zoe
not
will
what
definitely not be in the room when you
Laurel
when you
thinks
do
you're
that.
doing, but you know.
She'll leave the room after she casts her spell,
Uh,
and when she has to recast it, she'll come.
I just like the sentence, like, beside the torture part, I can't treat it well.
Pancakes in the
He
morning.
doesn't want it to be in too bad of shape.
Yeah, I know I have, like, burned you with hot pincers, but here, have a blanket.
Yeah, I mean, he really
all
regrets
business.
having to do it.
Really,
but
I'm
he
very
needs the
nice.
You're
Exactly.
kind of like that. I can't say that because there may be potential spoilers for people who have not seen Game of Thrones,
Oh,
the series.
yeah,
So
never
yeah,
say
never
anything.
mind.
Nah.
Never mind.
Can you imagine the
it-
amount of hate mail we get?
Although I think I
Shit
know
like
what you're
that.
talking about. Not that bad.
I hope
It's
not.
it is a little psychotic, I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, it's a little crazy, you know. You heard him doing the not at a day and then at night.
So now it's time to talk.
Yeah.
He's very upset that he has to
Swallow
do
the
it when he needs
coal.
the answers, So
Just out of
Now it's
curiosity,
talkie
Laurel.
time with Uncle Bollard. Give me the
How much-
Is
How much
is Ballard's house messy?
no.
He keeps it
Keep it
clean,
clean.
like his murder room in the basement.
Is
How much-
Stop.
well, when
You described it!
when Zoe has cast her spell, she probably goes up and cleans some dishes or make your bed or something like that to
Just
Just
to block
do
out the terrible screams
yeah,
in
just
the
block it
basement.
out. And,
Like, see a frying pan that just is so crusty that, like, it's like completely just a flat, just piece of bacon crust.
yeah.
Because, if you don't need to clean that, it just adds flavor.
Yeah.
And if she
Well,
smells it, she becomes a man.
you remove dust and all kind of stuff. Just walk around your house and clean up.
Oh, the murder basement of bollards.
Look,
We're gonna have a lot of
all
use for
that.
Like, I imagine that guy he doesn't like that name is like sprawled in all the walls.
Just written
Like,
into the
it's-
wall.
Yeah, it's like there's like that. You know how in
a lot of paintings with the eyes cut out of.
It's like a sticky note wall, right, with all like these notes pinned in like a map of the city, just detailing this guy's movements.
Yeah, and this his murder room, as I said, it is a completely like featureless room. It's like brick walls and a drain in the middle. Also, there's a hook in the ceiling.
Of course there is.
Oh, it's kind of like
This was an
Raphael
old
installed on the
butchery
Chainsaw
evil.
Massacre.
Exactly.
Ah,
It's talkie time with Uncle Bollard again.
I'm still pretty impressed
There
on
you go.
my
There's XP.
intimidation check. I roll.
Yeah. That's the maximum.
I think I
Oh,
did pretty
yeah.
well with those guys. I did a lot of rolls that weren't really my.
So you're now on 2,200 experience, which is 200 over the level up.
Yep, exactly.
Whoop.
We level up.
It's like way bigger, but we also get and 8. Because that matters.
I tend to round my numbers.
Yeah, I just give them as they are. It's the division by 5 that sometimes makes it fun numbers.
Yeah, I tend to like rounding it. I think your exact was your exact was like, what was that? Check. Your exact one. Oops. 2158 would have been the exact, but I decided, man, just round that up.
It doesn't make it better, Jake. By the way.
The what?
Sorry, little brother, but I need to do this.